Alright, here we go. Quest completed, starting out. So yeah, every dungeon's going to be themed to a certain area. So like, the mountainside here is going to have a lot of mineshaft style missions. Nothing too crazy here though. And every dungeon is going to be unique. You're never going to be basically doing the same thing twice. Let's hold down the... Oh, I can't hold down the A button here because we're just crawling down. There's those eyes. Creepy eyes. I didn't even pack a light in here. Whoa! Oh, boy. We're dropped into a monster-infested place. No wonder this place is abandoned. Now, imagine the dungeons are basically... when they spawn, they basically modify an area that you've come across, or basically area in the real world, and modify it to its own particular dungeon. Because this is like a different instance. They're like instances and whatnot. Oh, now we got our first puzzle. Again, if you like the Legend of Zelda series and the dungeon puzzle aesthetic, then you're definitely going to love this game to a certain degree. I'm going to get this chest down right there. Thank you. Give us our chest, 500 Hinterbucks. Man, we're going to be rich before you know it. And again, a lot of the stuff in the game are rather inexpensive at times. So, again, you're going to have a lot of money to do a lot of stuff in. And now we don't have a way to get to the third one. What do we do? Well, we use our magic ball, of course, because it's a heavy ball. There we go. And then we get through the problem. So, yeah, now you have your magic to use for combat purposes. Oh, here you go. Hello. Is there a queue for this dungeon? You're standing in line? Actually, I'm working. Thank you. I'm writing a piece for the Slaying Fad for Crooked Magazine. You probably heard of it. So, you're not venturing on? Not unless my editor pays me extra. But hey, if you're going in deeper, I could really use a first-hand account. I can do that. Great, cool. I'll hang out by the Krampus bar most nights. You know, for research, not because I like the place. Don't mind if you have time. So yeah, we're gonna talk to this guy later. Because yeah, talking to other NPCs and whatnot can also unlock different abilities and such. There either can be something that's really good or something that's just kind of why at times. Like again, there's tons of people to interact with when you get back into town. But you don't have to interact with every one of them and complete their entire skill set or their quest lines at all. Like, you can just, you can go about your day. Heck, if you want to complete the dungeon without talking to anybody, you can clearly do that. Again, the game is kind of opened up that way. Like, there are certain times, though, where you basically are not really prepared to go after, you don't want to go after a dungeon, you want to go after the social aspect of the game, then you can do that. Like, there are areas that basically will advance. Oh, there's the dungeon exit right there. If we could just get over there. Now, I'm trying to look around to make sure I'm not missing any chests or any of that sort. Because, again, if you want to find that commemorative coin, it's usually on a off the beaten path somewhere. That's off the way of the wayside. Like, again, the commemorative coin isn't required, but if you want, like, that achievement to get it, then you're going to probably spend more time in dungeons because you want to find that extra chest. Oh boy! You guys want to fight me, huh? Again, these magical creatures are the manifestation of the magic that's inside these dungeons. These things don't have any themes or anything to them. They're just, they're just creatures. Just manifestations of magic. Really, that's all there is. And the enemies do get some variation later on, but I would say later on down the line, the game kind of runs out of monsters to shoot yourself with, to fight with. Grab like that. Yeah, the small groups don't really drop anything else but magic. Oh, now we have magic shields. I hate this mechanic. Some enemies are protected by regenerating magic shields, indicated by their additional green bar above their heads. Use magic skills to deplete their shields faster. Just a reminder, if you need MP, heavy sword attacks regenerate MP faster. Also, if you have attack conduits, those will actually take down magic shields as well. But this is our first enemy type that deals with this, and it is our first one, so it's not going to be that difficult. But these guys will show up later on down the game, and they are a pain in the backside later on, because these are basically long goat head guys. Oh boy, yeah, they like to start as head out everywhere and starts to attack you from afar. Oh boy, ow! And they can hit you. They can do a pretty much bad damage for only being a level 1 character. Right, and at least this guy's level 1. These guys hit like a truck in later levels. And it's a slight annoyance. Very slight annoyance. Alright. Let's see here. Anything else I need to look for? Again, look very hard and deep for any type of like off-putting paths. Like some paths that are off the beaten path, because those will actually give you the hidden chests you need. Also, we're going to get some minish cap in here by basically running on a minecart track. Whoa! Now, it's automatic to drive in these things, but if you turn left or right on the control stick, you can actually influence which direction you go to. I'm going off here on the left here because that showed me that way, and that gives you the Commemorative Abandoned Mineshaft coin. So yeah, if you have a keen eye, you can find these coins. And they really do nothing more than just basically an achievement in Xbox or Steam. So bear that in mind. Alright, so I think we'll just do a bit of this. These things are heavy, so I'll just do... Oh, I'm stuck in the air! Okay, that's a first. I didn't think I was going to get stuck right there. Oh, Let's Plays. Are they funny, am I right? We use our ball and chain here. Our first time using it in the dungeon. And that knocks that thing down. Then pull that forward, so we're going to use this minecart for anything else. Let's go! Fly down the vicinity! We go up left. We went the wrong way, so you gotta find out the right way. So the more you're leaning to one direction, the way you're supposed to go. Also, this game is running really good at 60 FPS. It's really interesting. Oh no! You gotta turn left here. Turn right here. If you hit the wall, you basically die. You don't want to die in a dungeon. Ooh, heaven forbid. Oh, run over. Left, right, left, right, left, left. Wow, I'm like in Wii Fit for boxing right now. Right, left, right. Oh boy, let's go down here. Whoa! Climb on the board. Okay. Woo! Good thing a lawyer can do this. Maybe it's the magic that's influencing her enhancement abilities. You never know. You never know what could happen on this. Man, I tell you. Alright, now we get to our kind of like puzzle element. Yeah, this game does have its share of puzzles when it comes to the dungeons inside. Bear in mind though, they're like the basic upon the basic. Like, don't expect these to be like Zelda-inspired ones. I'm gonna come back around here, we're gonna turn this thing around, and we're gonna go right here. And we're gonna fly around this way right here. It gets up here into this room right here for some reason. And it gives us a chest. 1,000 Hinterbucks. Now I'm thinking, if the Hinterbucks is something that the mayor created for currency, what happened here? Like, how do these dungeons have these things? I have no idea. So we want to switch this back around. We come back in here. I'm going to switch onto this upside here so that we can get the minecart on this side and hit the turntable and actually be on the opposite side right here. Yeah, because these gates only open up if they're automatic. So bear that in mind. Pull that around. There we go. We could technically easily jump over some of this stuff, but the game doesn't want us to jump, so... Like, your first tentacle mainline dungeon is not too hard, actually. The game kind of railroads you to basically go into this dungeon first over anything else. But there's no real harm done going to the other dungeons if you so choose. Is that this is the one they kind of recommend you for because, you're right next to the skill shrine and all that such, so... Oh, now we got a witch. Our new boss, a new enemy type. Which I call basically the Doom Witch at this point, or the Hacking Witch. This thing has a pickaxe for herself, and she can be brutal with that thing. She also brings out these magical waves of death over us. Oh boy. Like this, and bring around. Use the heavy attacks if you need to. The heavy attacks does have a combo finisher as well, so bear that in mind. Oh boy. Oh goodness. Oh, ow. Hey. If you want to use your potions in real time, you have to hit the left trigger button. and then hit the button accordingly to which one you want to use. So bear in mind for your potions. Come on now, hit him hard. Hit him hard. Slam him down. There's our combo finisher. Take him down. One way or the other. Yeah, take you down, bad boys. Dun, dun, dun. Hit you hard. Also, these enemies also drop good stuff too. Like, basically, monster parts is basically generalized as normal parts. Like, no matter if you get them rare or not rare, well, depending on the rarity, you get more money, more Hinterbucks for your cause. So, make sure we grab our stamp. I want to know if these things were put here by Hinterberg, or this is the dungeon that made them. I have no idea either. But anyway, it's time for us to go out of our dungeon here and get to back home. Because now it's time for our evening portion of our day. Let's go. Evening day. So during the evening, you're now going to explore around the town more. So, how was it? It was getting much better. It was tough, but I feel like I was in control most of the time. Actually, I think I can handle this. And the spell casting? My skin is still tingling. I hope the feeling won't go away anytime soon. I've never felt so focused, like every piece of me exactly what I was to do, exactly what to be doing. I know, it's something else, huh? Yeah, it is. Are you going to explore the village tonight? I think it's about time. I'll take a stroll. It's about time I have to take a look around. If I knew Hinterberg, you met a few people by now. Go and look around if you see run into any of them. It's not just the place for Hinterberg attracts a lot of people you wouldn't normally meet. A lot of them also help you out in many ways if you spend time with them. I've seen this big journal sticking out of your backpack. Give me that for a second, will you? Here, I've added some notes on different folks around here and how they might be helpful to you. Alright, so we got this kind of a gimmick. Every character that you can personally meet will have basically a perk. The more you interact with them, basically becoming more friends, the higher the friendship rating, the more perks you get. So, like, say, we're in friends now with Alex, right here. We unlock character Comprehendum. The Comprehendum, yeah. Basically, the journal. Basically, she unlocks the journal for us. But if we talk to Albert in the mountains, if we talk to him more and get his level 1 perk, we get a magic slot increase, which is not bad. There's Danny over here. If we find her eventually, she'll give us one each plot for a perk. Dog, the dog is actually required to complete the game. It says help you find a hidden dungeon. That only does that. Well, that perk only happens for one thing. Otherwise, he helps out with finding random treasures for you. You have Gertrude, and you have Hannah, Henning, Jay, Julian, Kai, Klaus that we've met earlier. If we get his number 1 perk, he gets emergency pager. Not bad. We have Marina, and if we level up her friendship with her, we get dodge stamina increase, which is not be a bad idea for her as well. We have Renard, Sam, Thea, and that Travis we haven't marked yet. Thea is something we want to find soon, because you can see her level 1 perk, open locked treasure chest. We want to meet up with her as soon as we can. And then Travis, that we met in the abandoned mine shaft, can unlock photo mode for us. Thanks. I'll have a look at those. Don't get me wrong, you should really hang out with whoever you find interesting. There's so many interesting people here. More than you can fit into one vacation. The notes are just there in case if you're ever undecided or stuck. Do with them what you will. And now we get our relationship up, because now that's our perk. Relationship is now improved, you're now acquainted with Alex. You can now look up relation perks and get from hanging out with people. One more thing, the shops around here don't stay open all night. You should make sure you get your shopping done before you go out and party. There's a pharmacy down near the main square. They hand out free potions today. Here, let me mark it on your map. So there's our potion shop right there. So we'll go to the pharmacy later. I gotta run. Catch up with you, okay? So we have passing time. Time passes when you start an activity such as going to a dungeon or hanging out with a fellow slayer. That's right. You can only, when you interact with somebody, that takes the entire evening. So basically make sure you get all your shopping done before you actually do anything. So, yeah. So, mornings, you basically just understand where you want to go. Then you go to noon, which is the region. Evenings, help you out with everything. Okay, we're going to talk to you, because we actually need to talk to you, because we said about you earlier. Let's go to the shopping street. So Shopping Spree has the Hinterberg Museum, but this is also where we get some vending machine items, such as snacks, small potions, MP snacks, and large potions. Basically, your small and large potions of magic power and potions specifically. Here's these people right there. That's the Thea right there. We need to get access to her. I want to talk to her first. Because we can talk with Theo anytime we wish. We unlock new fast travel point, because I want to unlock the travel points as we go along, because that means it makes it easier for us to travel around the map. So let's go talk around the town. So here we have in Main Square. This is where we find Albert for most of the time. Again, the characters don't really stay in one place for too long. Except for certain characters, such as Klaus. Klaus and Marina will basically stay at their locations every day. So, bear that in mind. So, we gotta go to the apothecary, the pharmacy. We go right here, we get ourselves a promotional HP potion. Might as well take our free one right there. Thank you. And now you can find someone to spend the evening with. So, again, there's a lot of places for you to consider and walk around. But most often than not, certain places will unlock until you basically have a certain quest line that deals with them. So bear that in mind. And also you can see that the render distance is kind of awkward for the most part. Because you can see when people get farther away, they lose their detail. That's just how the game renders the tourists in this area. Not too very complex, all things considered. But this is like a breathable living world. And unfortunately, if you miss out on the chest or something in the beginning dungeon, I'm not sure how, but you can't get back there. That's blocked off. So Claus is back in here, and it's closed today, so we can't get access to him. He's not there today. Huh. Oh, turnstile. Dang it! I'm out of tickets. I can't go to the beginner's dungeon today. Oh, well. Looking for this place right here, the smithy place. This is something you'll be coming back to later. Also, we can come here for the gear and more. This is where we can buy new armor and skills. Or basically buy armor and weapons. So we got some money. I think we need to get ourselves some stronger upgrades. Let's see, we have $4,700 to work with, so we can just go with our Slayer Tech upgrade. Let's see, but the one we can get right now is the Slayer Tector, which is our most expensive armor they've got right now. I think we can go with the basic one, which gives us 7. Yeah, let's do that. We'll go with the basic one and we'll equip that. And we'll get the pads as well. And increases our, again, this is going to increase our abilities and whatnot. So you have 3 different types of armor to consider. You have a body armor, you have your pads, and you have your leggings. So I'm just getting basically the basic stuff right now. Because that's all I can afford, really. And if we have swords, if we have more money, we can grab the 18 one here, the Scimitar 2.0. We have the Sawtooth, and we have the Wave Striker, which is our strongest sword so far. But like I said, if you're diligent enough in killing enemies and whatnot and doing all the side quests, you'll be rolling in money in no time. So the fact is, you'll most likely have like the strongest stuff available to you right off the bat. And so we don't have new swords. We can and also your sword color changes depending on the sword type you've got. So bear that in mind. Also, we can come over here. This is our hangout spot right here. This is the campfire. So you can hang out here with there's actually 2 people here we can actually interact with, but we don't get them. Basically, the campfire is something you can do to increase all your stats, like your renown, amusement, relaxation, and whatnot. You can get those all maxed out if you go into the campfire, if there's people there eventually. But yeah, but that's nothing really important. So that's good if you want to get some stats, because there are certain quests in the game that actually allows you to go to other dungeons. And they won't let you through unless you have a certain perk of like renown, amusement, or whatnot. So bear in mind that. Oh my goodness, I keep forgetting the theaters right here too. Also, if you want to increase a stat on your own without interacting with anybody, you can. Like the theater here, the spa. You can hang out with. You don't have to hang out with anybody if you want to. But I want to talk to Thea right here. This is Thea. Three, 4. Yes, C3. Miss, wait. Hit. 3, 4? David, you just said that. What are you 2 doing? What does it look like? Looks like you're playing a board game with spellcasting. That's so cool. You know there's no cell reception in Hinterburg, right? With the magic interference? David can't play his online games, okay? Can you, like, mind your own business now? The shops are gonna close soon. Do I need everything I need for tomorrow? I've got plenty of potions right now, and the magic potions are gonna be too problematic until later. Local kids growing up in a place like this may increase something else. Hearing their stories to increase my familiarity with Hinterberg. Let's see. Also, if you want to check out your relationship rewards with a particular character, you can, or give them a gift. Giving them gifts will basically increase their your friendship rating with them, if you give them the right gift to know. You mind if I sit and watch? Sure. So yeah, time will advance when you talk to somebody. Every time you do. You always just poke your nose in other people's business like that? I just thought it was really cool you're using magic to play a game. Look, if you mind, I'll go away. Nah, that's cool. It's not like we get any privacy anyway, and David keeps trying to sink his own battleships for fun. So, you're the kind of weirdo who thinks their vacation would be more authentic if they hang out with the locals, is that it? Busted. Yeah, I thought so. Don't sweat it. You're not even the first time this week. You got any questions or something? Has Hinterberg changed a lot? It's been like 3 years till the tourists arrived, right? What's it like been since then? You want to take a wild guess? Excuse me. Closest public bathroom is over on Dongle Grass. Right on. Yeah, looks like she's been through the ringer a little bit here. We've had tourists here before magic as well. Hiking and skating, skiing mostly. Right, except now it's 10 times more. And they think, oh, we're on the tour guide duty. Like, go and do your dungeon thing, but this is a place where people live. What's it like living with magic? You mean, was it like being a teenager without a cell phone because there's no reception anymore? It couldn't be more exciting. Yeah, that part sucks. Anything else? Do you ever visit the dungeons? You ever go slaying yourselves? Ugh, no, thank you. I like taking hikes sometimes, though. Watch the monsters, you know. Plus, casting spells is kind of sweet. Whatever. That's all I got. Thanks, you two. So, did we enlighten your Hindenburg experience? Make it more magical? Yeah, a little. I couldn't help but wonder what it's like living here. Sorry if I intruded. That's alright. If you want to pay us back, you can just stay and referee the game. I think Thea is cheating. So yeah, that's what you do. We need to talk with Thea more times. It'll take 1 time. Sometimes it'll take 3 or 4 days before you actually get the relationship going up. So social status. There are 4 key ingredients for a good vacation in Hinterberg. Relaxation, amusement, and your familiarity with a village, and your renown as a slayer. Those social stats go up, depending on how you spend evenings. Your renown also increases whenever you complete a dungeon, so renown goes up constantly. You'll find that some people won't want to hang out with you unless you have a strong particular stat. Likewise, some of the weapons and armor you'll find will require a certain level and one stat or another to use them effectively. I'm welcomed back by the smell of heavy wood and unfamiliar brands of detergent. This room's starting to feel like home. So at the end of every day, you see what your relationships you worked with, and your social stats you get by the day. Since we basically did familiarity and completed the dungeon, we get ourselves some renown and familiarity today. We also learned we got new skills for that particular region, and every time you complete a dungeon, you get +5 to your health. So it's like getting a heart container every time you beat a dungeon. Not bad. Now, I'm not sure if that means completing a new dungeon or completing a dungeon. That's something I don't know right now on top of my head. I'm pretty sure it's basically completing a new dungeon to get the new heart up. It means if you complete the same dungeon over and over, you get too much health, and that'd be too cheaty. Also, you can find what loot you've got, and also how much Hinterbucks you collected that day. And also knowing which monsters you have slain. We have Miner's Widow, the Hobgoblin, Perchet, and the Kobold. I can't wait to get into bed. Today was exhausting. So, later on down, you have 2 choices for you. You can chat with the TV or read a book. If you do that, a particular stat will basically be increased at the cost of some health points. So, bear in mind, because you'll be feeling tired. But if you just want to go to bed, just go right to bed. Like so.